This morning feels different. We are sitting together for one last meal. Same table, same jokes, same laughs. But everything feels heavier somehow. In a few hours, I'll be on a plane heading back to Sydney. Back to chasing dreams. Back to figuring out life on my own again. I've been excited for this. I've been preparing for this. But I don't think you ever really prepare for leaving the people who made you who you are. Every smile today feels a little softer, every hug lasts a little longer, every moment feels more important. 이제 공항으로 다 왔습니다.
공항입니다. 3명가 떠납니다. 비행기 윙 타고.
온 지 또 얼마 안 된 것 같은데 벌써 가네.
그니까.
빨리.
참 시간은 빨리도 잘 가지.
잘하고 오면 되지 뭐, 그치?
그럼 4년 동안 잘했으니까 남은 기간 더 잘할 거야.
열심히 해. 밥 잘 먹고.
나도 마지막이니까 열심히 끝까지. 마지막 학년은 진짜 번호스 할 거지만 어쨌든 그렇진 않아.
하던 대로 잘. 어쨌든 선생님 부모님이니까 정필요한 사람이에요. 잘했어.
다들
That's final call NZ 554
잘 갔다 와.
for remaining students should be upstairs through security boarding their service through gate 19.
It's always the hardest part. I finally made it through the security and customs. Now I'm in the duty-free zone of the Christchuch airport. It's one of the smallest duty-frees I know, but it still has everything it needs. So I'm having a pre-flight drink. I get a bit nervous when I go on flights these days. I never used to really get nervous at all, but I realized statistically, like one in a million planes will some crazy probability that it will crash or something. But the more I go on planes, I realize my odds are, it's a gambling, the odds are also going up. Reflecting back on Christchurch, it's been very short in my opinion. I came December and I'm already leaving. It's been like over 2 months since I've been here, but it doesn't feel like that. I don't know if anyone else feels like this when they leave home, but the moment you step foot into the city that you've moved to, it just feels like you've never left it. And when you come back home, you feel like you've never left home. So it's a really weird kind of effect. I kind of think I'm going to feel that when I get back. It's meant to be much hotter in Sydney than in Christchurch. So I'm actually not complaining about that. I'm quite happy about that. My friend Don is not home at the moment, so when I go back, it'll be quite lonely. I'll have the whole house to myself. I can't really complain about that either, although I'll want to see him as soon as possible when I get back. I'll see you guys in Sydney. finally on the train and making my way back home. Man, that was a long flight. So firstly, the plane before us didn't arrive yet, so we couldn't board. So that took like an hour at least. And then our flight was quite speedy. It was quite good actually. The pilots made sure we were catching up for lost time, but it was kind of all in vain because once we landed, there was a plane at our gate for some reason. I think there must have been a huge delay or a mix-up or something. What made it worse is that we were waiting for this plane to go, and then it was later revealed that that gate itself was broken, so we had to go all the way back to the opposite side of the airport. Those of you who have been to Sydney Airport will know that it's a very, very, very big airport as well. It takes ages to get from one place to the other. Once we got in front of our gate, for some reason we were also waiting on the tarmac for a very long time. As you can see, I'm very tired now, so I hope this train doesn't break down. I do have to say though, the weather here is really hot and humid compared to Christchurch. I got off the plane and I was thinking, why is it getting so sticky? It can be 25 degrees in Christchurch and 25 degrees in Sydney, but it will feel very different. Like Sydney's much, much hotter. So it's currently the next day after I arrived to Sydney. I was so tired when I came back home. I didn't even think about filming and I went straight to sleep. I just came home, I ate a bunch of food. I actually had Uber Eats because I couldn't really cook. By the time I got home, it was already 8:30 at night. And then I was thinking about unpacking and everything, but you know, like my adrenaline, my energy, everything was just depleted, and I just fell asleep and woke up today. I did wake up on time today because it's a lot easier to wake up when everything's 2 hours later than the country that you were previously in. So I woke up quite early and managed to tidy everything up, did my laundry and ate some food as well. Now I have to go shopping to buy some groceries. That's just the life of an international, well, I can't even call myself a student anymore because I've graduated, but someone who lives out of home. Not even an immigrant, so I don't even know where I fit in. At first I was quite actually scared of not having anything to do and I'm living kind of like a bum, but it turns out that I can't stand that for myself, so I applied to a few competitions in Australia, some of the biggest competitions in Australia, and I'll have to actually practice so hard just to even be able to finish my pieces for that. I'm not really expecting much. I think this competition will be a good catalyst for learning and refining my audition pieces. To wrap up this video, yeah, it's been a very emotional week for me, but all in all, I'm kind of relieved that I've finally come back. I'm looking forward to what happens next. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and I'll update you again soon.